Ready to kick off 2025 with a cosmic power move? January's astrology is serving disciplined diva energy, thanks to a Capricorn new moon that's all about plotting your takeover while looking effortlessly unbothered. Hi, I'm Rose Adele, your go-to astrologer for decoding the stars and spilling a little tea about what they're up to this month. Let's dive into what January 2025 has in store for you, because trust me, this is not the time to wing it. The new moon in Capricorn that hit on December 30th isn't just about new beginnings. It's about strategic beginnings. Think boss vibes with a side of practicality. This lunation is nudging us to get real about our goals. It's whispering, stop dreaming, start doing. Boundaries and rules? They're not your enemies. They're actually your secret weapons. Capricorn's influence this month dares you to prioritize self-discipline, maturity, and yes, a little common sense. Because let's face it, sometimes we all need a cosmic reality check. But here's the twist. This isn't about being boring. It's about setting yourself up for freedom. Real freedom. The kind that comes when you're running the show like the savvy stargazer you are. So, January is all about making your plan, owning your power, and preparing for the long game. Ready to vibe with that energy? The planet of action, ambition, and take no prisoners energy is about to do a major vibe check as it crawls back into Cancer on January 6th. It's not going to be cute, but it will be transformative. Today, we're diving into Mars retrograde's messy little detour through Cancer from January 6th to February 23rd. Think of this as a cosmic rehab for your ambitions, frustrations, and that simmering rage you've been pretending doesn't exist. The universe sees you, and it's ready to drag you into reflection mode, whether you like it or not. Mars retrograde is basically your cosmic timeout. It's like Mars, our planet of aggression and get it done energy, suddenly throws up its hands and says, nah, fuck it, I'm tired. Y'all figure this shit out. This cycle kicked off in fiery Leo back in December, but now Mars is slinking into Cancer, also known as the Zodiac's moody homebody, and things are about to get real emotional. Mars retrograde energy turns inward, making us reassess our desires, ambitions, and let's be honest, our tendency to start fights we didn't really need to start. You know those passive-aggressive texts you've been sending? Or that argument you picked over the dishes? Yeah, that's Mars retrograde energy. And in Cancer, it's like adding a shot of emotional tequila to the mix. It burns, it's messy, and it's going to bring all those unresolved feelings to the surface. But it's not all bad. This is the universe's way of saying, slow down, sis. Cancer rules your roots, home, family, and those deeply ingrained habits you picked up from childhood. Mars retrograde is here to make you rethink how you handle your domestic affairs. Is your living space a sanctuary, or are you dodging tension like it's dodgeball? Are you setting boundaries with your family, or are you letting their drama mess with your peace? It's time to figure it out. And let's not forget the health angle. Cancer rules the stomach and the digestive system. So if you're stress eating your way through this transit, don't be surprised when your body starts yelling at you. Oh, and watch out for accidents. Mars retrograde loves to throw curveballs, especially if you're pushing ahead recklessly. This is not the time to act on impulse. Think first, leap later. Or better yet, maybe just sit down and chill. So what's the game plan? Mars retrograde isn't just about squashing your passions or sitting on your hands like a cosmic punishment. It's about understanding your impulses and using this time to recalibrate. Why are you so angry? Why are you so driven? And most importantly, why are you not being honest with yourself? Take a beat to reassess those old projects you abandoned, reconnect with what really lights your fire, and most importantly, give yourself some grace. Cancer isn't here to break you. It's here to remind you of your roots and help you rebuild stronger than ever. Pisces energy is here to shake up your soul, and the true node of the moon sliding into this dreamy sign on January 11th? Oh, honey, it's a cosmic intervention. Say goodbye to your Virgo guilt trips and perfectionist breakdowns. The universe is officially telling you to chill the fuck out. Today, we're diving into what the true node's move into Pisces means for you. It's time to stop obsessing over every detail. Stop the overthinking Olympics and lean into something way juicier. Trust, compassion, and maybe a little bit of daydreaming. Sound terrifying? Don't worry. We'll walk you right through it. The North Node, also known as the GPS of your soul's destiny, just entered Pisces. The universe is putting us all in the remedial class for letting go. For the next 18 months, the cosmic homework is all about learning to trust the process. And with the South Node chilling in Virgo, it's all about detoxing that inner control freak. Yes, I'm talking to you. Think of this as a chance to stop obsessing over whether the dishwasher is loaded correctly. We know you checked twice. And start focusing on the bigger picture. Pisces energy is about imagination, compassion, and yes, a little faith in the universe. If you've been running on fumes trying to do it all, this transit is here to smack you with a glittery fish and remind you that perfection is overrated and also impossible. But don't get it twisted. This isn't an excuse to go full chaos gremlin. It's about balance. If you've been living for your to-do list or worrying yourself sick about every little thing, it's time to embrace some soul care. Meditation? Yes. Journaling? Definitely. Crying over a beautiful sunset or a sappy rom-com? That's the Pisces aesthetic, baby, and the stars are begging you to lean in. If you ignore this cosmic nudge, you'll just end up in burnout city. Overworking? Overthinking? Overanalyzing your text messages? That's Virgo South Node energy, and it's gotta go. Use this time to reconnect with your creative side. Think art, poetry, or even just dancing like no one's watching in your kitchen. And if you've been ignoring your mental health while obsessing over your meal prep schedule, now's the time to prioritize your emotional and spiritual well-being. And let me just say this, being idle isn't lazy. The stars are giving you permission to slow down and breathe. Stop treating rest like it's a crime and start treating it like the recharge you desperately need. The bottom line, the true node in Pisces is here to teach us all that it's okay to not have all the answers. Embrace the mystery, the magic, and yes, the messiness. Focus on compassion, both for yourself and others, and let your imagination take the wheel. This isn't the time for rigid rules or fear of failure. It's about trusting the journey and enjoying the damn ride. Grab your tissues and your wine, because January 13th is coming in hot with a full moon in Cancer. This lunation is basically the universe yelling, call your mama, handle your shit, and stop dodging your feelings. Are you ready for some emotional whiplash? Let's dive in. It's time to deal with your personal drama. No more excuses, no more ghosting. Let's break it down. Full moons are already dramatic as fuck. But when one lands in Cancer, the Zodiac's emotional water baby, you know it's going to be a whole ass production. Cancer rules home, family, and your deepest, mushiest feelings, the ones that you swear you don't have. This lunation is about exposing what you've been avoiding, especially when it comes to your personal life. Been ignoring your family? Neglecting your self-care? Pretending everything's fine when you're like one minor inconvenience away from a meltdown? Cancer's full moon energy is here to rip the band-aid off and force you to look at what's really going on. And nah, you can't just Netflix and chill your way out of this one. But let's get real. This isn't about punishment. It's about reconnection. This full moon might have you suddenly craving a heart-to-heart with your bestie or a cozy night in with your found family. It's the cosmic equivalent of your heart screaming, hey, pay attention to me. So listen to it. Give yourself permission to prioritize the people and things that actually matter. This full moon doesn't play. If you've been neglecting your emotional well-being, expect some messy moments. Tears? Likely. Impulse texting your ex? Possible. Picking a fight with your sibling over something that happened in 2007? Highly likely. Instead of spiraling, channel that emotional intensity into something productive. Journal it out, cry it out, or scream into a pillow, whatever helps you release. And remember, Cancer energy loves a good, homey vibe. So don't underestimate the healing power of a blanket fort and your favorite comfort food. The full moon in Cancer is your wake-up call to reconnect with your family, your emotions, and most importantly, yourself. It's not about being perfect. It's about being real. So let yourself feel all the feels, but don't let them run the show. This is your moment to nurture yourself and your connections. Think less hot mess, more emotional glow up. Saturn and Pluto are back at it on January 26, throwing cosmic shade like it's their full-time job. This is the final showdown in a trilogy of celestial drama, and let me tell you, it's serving power struggles, frustration, and a whole lot of what the fuck am I doing with my life energy. Let's unpack the chaos. Today, we're diving into the Saturn-Pluto semi-square, which is basically the universe's way of saying, you thought you could coast? If you've been feeling stuck, blocked, or just plain annoyed at life lately, you can thank this spicy little transit. Let's get into it. Saturn, the planet of rules, restrictions, and do the work or else, is squaring off with Pluto, the master of power, transformation, and, let's be real, mind games. This is the third and final round of their cosmic tug-of-war, with previous hits in May and September of 2024. So if this energy feels familiar, it's because we've been living through this slow-motion train wreck for a while now. Here's the vibe. You know you need to make changes, but every time you try, it's like the universe slams a close for renovation sign in your face. Whether it's other people's external circumstances or your own stubborn ass clinging to outdated habits, there's this undeniable sense of being blocked. And Pluto? Oh, Pluto loves to push your buttons. It's the planet that whispers, let go, or I'll rip it out of your hands. Charming, right? But before you start screaming into the void, let me tell you this. Saturn and Pluto don't just make your life harder for fun. Even though it feels like they do, this transit is about forcing you to grow, even if it's the kind of growth that makes you cry in the shower. God, that's rough. It's the ultimate cosmic tough love, teaching you that persistence pays off if you're willing to adjust your expectations and stop clinging to what no longer serves you. If you try to bulldoze your way through this transit, you're gonna hit a wall. Saturn doesn't play, and Pluto? Pluto's gonna drag you until you learn the lesson. So what's the move? Stop fighting the inevitable. Instead of banging your head against the same old problems, take a step back, reassess. Ask yourself, what's not working? What am I holding on to out of fear or pride? And what's actually worth fighting for? This is a time to prioritize, to let go of what's dragging you down and lean into patience. Yes, I said patience. No, it's not fun. But trust me, it's worth it. The Saturn-Pluto semi-square is a cosmic boot camp for resilience. It's not here to destroy you, it's here to strip away what's fake, force you to confront your fears, and help you build something real. Think of it as your glow-up, but for your entire life. So, take a deep breath, channel your inner badass, and remember, persistence isn't just about pushing through. It's about knowing when to pivot, when to let go, and when to trust the process. You got this. The new moon in Aquarius is crashing in on January 29th, and it's not here to politely knock. Nope. This lunation is kicking down the door and shouting, reinvent yourself, babe. If you've been itching for a fresh start, this is your big moment. Let's dive in. This isn't your run-of-the-mill lunation. It's an electric jolt of cosmic caffeine, jolting you awake and saying, stop playing small. If you've been stuck in a rut or just plain bored with life, buckle up. This one's for you. Alright, let's talk about Aquarius. This sign doesn't give a shit about your comfort zone. It's the Zodiac's quirky genius, the one that wears mismatched socks, joins the protest, and tells you to rethink your entire life. Because, why the fuck not? This new moon is all about fresh starts and bold moves. It's a clean slate, but not the kind that comes with soft music and gentle vibes. Nope. This one's got neon lights and a megaphone screaming change your life already. Whether it's your friendships, your goals, or that stale-ass group chat you've been ignoring, this energy is begging you to shake things up. And speaking of friends, Aquarius rules social connections. This is prime time to rethink your crew. Are they lifting you up or are they dead weight? Harsh, but let's be real. Life's too short to hang with people who don't vibe with your vision. Whether it's joining a new group, reconnecting with old friends, or even starting your own movement, this lunation is screaming, find your people. But wait, it's not just about socializing. Aquarius is also the sign of innovation and big ideas. Feeling stuck at work? Brainstorm. Bored with your daily routine? Try something new. Hell, dye your hair blue if it helps you feel like a badass. This new moon wants you to embrace the weird, the wonderful, and the completely unexpected. Now, let's talk about the shadow side. If you're clinging to the past or refusing to think outside the box, this lunation might hit like a slap to the face. Aquarius doesn't do safe. It does bold, brave, and sometimes messy. So what's the game plan? Embrace the chaos. Say yes to the things that scare you. Dive into the projects that challenge you. And for the love of all things cosmic, stop worrying about what other people think. This energy rewards authenticity. So go ahead, be the weirdo you were born to be. The stars are rooting for you. This new moon in Aquarius is your cosmic permission slip to start fresh. No apologies, no holding back. It's time to dream bigger, connect deeper, and show up as the most unapologetic version of yourself. Whether that means starting a passion project, building your dream team, or simply letting go of old baggage, this lunation is here to remind you, you've got this. Uranus, the cosmic rebel, is turning direct on January 30th after 5 long months of retrograde. It's time to stop blaming the universe for your shit and start shaking things up like the badass you are. Let's break it down. We're diving into what happens when Uranus, the planet of rebellion, innovation, and I don't give a fuck vibe stations direct. If you've been feeling stuck, uninspired, or like life just been one long rerun, good news. Uranus is here to flip the script. Let's get spicy. Uranus has been retrograde since September 1st, basically forcing us to simmer down and reassess the chaos in our lives. But now, oh honey, Uranus is turning direct, and it's about to crank up the volume on all those rebellious, risk-taking, fuck it, let's do this instincts. You know, that little voice in your head that's been whispering, there's gotta be more than this. That's Uranus. And now that it's moving forward, that whisper is about to become a full-blown yell. This is your cosmic permission slip to embrace your weird, take some risks, and stir the pot. Because let's be real, playing it safe is boring as hell. Here's the catch. Uranus isn't about reckless chaos. Well, not entirely. It's about intentional change. It's the planet that says stop waiting for life to happen to you and start making it happen. So, whether you've been itching to quit that soul-sucking job, launch that wild passion project, or finally tell someone exactly how you feel, now's the time. Uranus direct is giving you the green light to own your shit and make some moves. But before you run off to burn your bridges and reinvent your life, let me throw you a cautionary tale. Uranus energy is electric. It's bold, fast, and a little unpredictable. If you're not careful, you could end up creating chaos just for the sake of it. So channel that rebellious streak into something meaningful. Ask yourself, what do I actually want to change? What risks are worth taking? And most importantly, am I doing this for me or just to prove a point? Trust your instincts, but don't let ego drive the bus. Uranus hates that shit. This transit is about stepping into your power and realizing you're not a victim of circumstance. You don't have to wait for life to hand you a change. You can make it happen. Uranus direct is the cosmic reminder that you're the architect of your own revolution. And the time to start building is now. So embrace the weird, trust the unexpected, and don't be afraid to take a chance. The universe loves a bold move, and Uranus is here to cheer you on every chaotic step of the way. Alright, Cosmic Dreamers, that's your January 2025 astrology forecast served hot, spicy, and with zero sugarcoating. From Capricorn boss moves to Uranus shaking the table, this month is here to push you, pull you, and maybe even slap you into action. So here's your challenge. What are you ready to leave behind, rebuild, or completely reinvent this month? Spill the tea in the comments, I dare you. And don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications because trust me, February isn't slowing down. Until next time, keep it bold, keep it badass, and as always, keep it stellar. I love you guys. Bye!